welcome to Live with Lynn. Good to see you today. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and today I just want to talk about my trip to New York City. I'm so excited. I just got home last night. Richard and I, Avon sent Richard and I to New York City this last weekend because we were one of the top 3 Avon fundraisers in the U.S. for the American Cancer Society Making Strides Against Breast Cancer Walk. And I am just blown away. I mean, when Avon does things, they do it right. They are amazing. But so there's 3 of us that earned this trip. The first one, number 1 was Christina Carr, and she raised $12,000. I came in as number 2 with $9,350, and then Ann Fritz came in as number 3 with $7,050. And so Avon sent us to New York City. They paid for our airfare and our hotel and our transfers. It was basically all expense paid. And so we got there Saturday. And we landed in New York City, Richard and I, and there was a driver waiting for us by the luggage with a sign that said Lynn Huber, just like you see the famous people, right? And right there at the luggage waiting for us. And he takes our luggage and he takes us to a beautiful, nice, Cadillac SUV and takes us to our hotel. And so we get to our hotel and it's right across the street from Central Park. It's beautiful. And when we arrived, there was a tote bag there, actually you can kind of see it on the chair behind me. Sorry, my office is a mess, but giant tote bag with t-shirts for me and Richard and hats and lots of Avon goodies for us. They were those baseball caps that say Team Avon and a bunch of Avon products in there, just goodies for us. And so we got there. We met up with Ann and Brian Fritz for dinner. We know them. We actually met them, really got to know them last year because we both were top earners in New York City. And I just love Ann and Brian. They are just amazing. And we just have a great time together. So we met up with them for dinner and drinks. And basically we just walked around exploring the area and checking things out. We didn't want to stay out too late because we had the walk early in the morning. I mean, we had drinks and just talked all night. It was a lot of fun. And so then Sunday morning, we got up early and we went to we walked into Central Park where the starting point was. Avon provided coffee and bagels for us. They gave us, Evie DeAngelis came and gave the girls all these crowns. Aren't these beautiful? And so we wore those that day. They interviewed each of us on camera, and there was lots of photo shoots. And, everyone at Avon made us feel really special. They were just like, congratulations, and we're honored to be with you. And they just treated us like we were queens, right? It was just amazing. So then after all of that, after the photo shoots and all the, taking care of all the stuff that Avon needed, then we were taken to the stage, the big grand stage in the middle of Central Park, and we were introduced on stage for what we had achieved. And Evie DeAngelis and the 3 of us girls stood on stage with the top 3 people from the American Cancer Society, and we presented to them, we passed the check to them for $1.5 million for the people at the American Cancer Society. I mean, isn't that just amazing? I just love that. $1.5 million. And so, I can't even tell you how special it was. So then more pictures were taken. I mean, just all over the place. The people from the American Cancer Society, the top people, they recognized me and Ann right off the bat and were saying, congratulations, and, you're amazing. And they just kept telling us, you're amazing, you're amazing. It was like, oh, it just, it just makes you feel really special. I can't tell you how good I feel. So then then those of us, the top of us, and Avon Corp, and our husbands, and Christina's sister was with her, and we went to the front of the line where the starting line was with the breast cancer walk, and we cut the ribbon, and boom, the walk was on. And so the New York City walk is 4 miles around Central Park, and we walked with the top officials from Avon as well as lots of other Avon reps, and so we just got to get to know people and got to really sit and talk. Like, I walked quite a bit with Michael Stenstack, who is one of the top guys in Avon, and Evie DeAngelis walked with us. Those of you that are in Avon would know who I'm talking about. Anybody else, that's okay. They're just top people at Avon. And we got to know them, got to learn more about them. And it was just like, we had this time, like an hour walking, where we just got to know each other. It was really cool. And then it was like, you know, this is like the strangest thing. And this happened last year too. And it just blows my mind, but it's almost like you have paparazzi. It's like we're famous and we have paparazzi because when we cut the ribbon and all these guys, there's like 20 people out there with cameras taking pictures. And then we cut the ribbon and we go, and then the camera guys would run ahead and like another 20 feet ahead of us and stop down and take more pictures. And oh my gosh. And then they'd run ahead of us and take more pictures. And people were like popping out of the bushes and taking pictures. And it just felt like we were famous. I mean, for that hour, we got to feel like we were famous. And how cool was that? So the walk was amazing. The weather was absolutely perfect for the walk. It was just the perfect, I don't know what it was, 50, 60 degrees, but it didn't feel cold at all. It didn't feel too hot. It was just perfect. The sun was out. The sky was blue. It was an amazing day. And Central Park was beautiful. And then after the walk, guess what? It started raining. So it held out till the walk was over. And so Richard and I, Christina went and her sister just kind of took off and did their own thing. And that's totally cool. But Anne and Brian and Richard and I, we decided to go find some lunch because it was raining. And so we found a really nice restaurant and we had lunch and drinks. And then we got on the subway and went down to Times Square and we were just sort of hanging out, checking out things. Because it was raining, it was kind of hard to do a lot. But we found a wax museum and we thought, well, that would be great because we get out of the rain and go in there and have some fun. And we really thought it would just be wax figures, right? And it would just be kind of boring, just go through and look at the figures, maybe take some pictures. But it was really interactive. It was really cool. I mean, at one point it was a ride. Inside, we were in this ride and we had little guns. And it was a zombie movie, and the zombies were coming at us, and our chairs were moving, those interactive rides like they have at Disneyland. And we had to fire at the zombies and kill them and stop them from getting to us. So it was just fun. We just had a great time that day. And then after we got out of that, it was still raining. And so we're looking around, and right across the street, there was a barbecue place. And we thought, oh, that sounds good. Let's just go there. Because, it was just funny. We just kind of spent a lot of time trying to figure out where we were going to eat. You know how it is. And so this time we said, we're just going to go in there. And so we went into this barbecue place. Everything in New York is like really narrow and it has a little door and, you can't even tell what's inside because everything's so crammed together. And this was the same thing. But when we got in there, the place was humongous. Oh my gosh, it was humongous. You go in there and you have like a restaurant there and then with escalator that went up to a second floor that just opened up into a huge dining room. And the food was amazing. It was barbecue. I mean, I ordered a combo plate that had ribs and steak and shrimp all on it for like $20. And so Richard and I just shared it and it was plenty of food for both of us. I mean, probably too much even for both of us. It was just amazing. But so this food was really good. So we sat there, we talked, we ate, we had some more drinks. We just had a great time. And then we wandered around, did some more checking around, around Times Square and just had a blast. And then Monday morning we got up early and took the subway down to uptown to the Avon office. And so again, it was just at that point, it was just Anne and Brian and me and Richard. And again, we go to the Avon office and we're treated like kings and queens. We walk in and the receptionist is like, oh my gosh, thank you for everything you do. And you're welcome here. And it's just amazing the way we were treated. And so we got to tour the office and all the different departments. And as we walked into each department, they have an open floor space like a lot of tech companies do. And when we walked into each department, like the whole department applauded us and welcomed us and just really made us feel special. I can't even believe how loving and generous Avon is. It's just, wow. And so then we got to see all the work that was being done on new products. We got to see some of the new products that are coming in 2020, but I'm not allowed to tell. I'm sorry, I was sworn to secrecy, but I'm really excited. We have some really exciting products coming up and wow. And so we got those, and then we got to see how they lay out the brochures, and that was really exciting to me. And packaging, how they did packaging, all of that was really exciting to me. I'm into that kind of stuff, and I just loved it. And then they took us in another room, and they filled up goodie bags for us with even more Avon products. They're like, you want this? You want this? Oh, how about this? And just were filling us full of Avon products to take home. And it was just amazing. And so after we left Avon, the four of us, we didn't have a lot of time because Richard and I had to get back to the hotel to catch our ride back to the airport. But so we thought, let's just have lunch, and then Richard and I would leave, and Ann and Brian would stay there. And, you know, there was a restaurant 2 years ago that I went to with a couple of my teammates when we were in the cruise to Bermuda. And they had the most amazing mac and cheese, buffalo mac and cheese that I've ever had in my life. And that was 2 years ago. And last year, we, Brian and Ann and Richard and I went looking for it and found it. And we had it again. And this time, it was really funny. We couldn't remember the name of it, and we knew kind of where it was, but we thought, well, we're not going to worry about it because it still was raining, kind of, and so we'll just go into this place. And it turned out to be the same place. So I don't know. I guess we were meant to go there. But we again had the most amazing mac and cheese. And gosh, you guys, I just want to say it was an amazing weekend. Thank you, Avon. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Evie. And thank you, Ann and Brian, for hanging with us and just making it fun. And, you know, it was just an amazing weekend I had. So anyway, anybody who has no idea what I'm talking about, sorry you had to hear all this. But thank you for being here with me today. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a great day.